Later, we're on.
Okay, come.
Yeah.
Okay, come.
Yeah, we're on. Let me just move this back a little bit. Yeah, we're good.
Good? Okay. Alright, first and foremost, we want to say
Halal Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai.
Bahashim Bukhar Kadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone.
Yeah.
Salutations to the elect pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
Can you get from me Isaiah 10?
For sure.
Read from
This is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness."
Yeah, that's all good. I should read that one time.
Come on. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
That's right. So woe unto them. The word woe means death and destruction. Unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. So what's an unrighteous decree? Well, one unrighteous decree is saying that the name of the Lord, our Lord, the Son of the Most High, is Jesus Christ. Or another unrighteous decree is saying that we can eat pork. Your pastor will put that as a decree, as in like you're allowed to do this now. You know, another one that our people love to do is committing adultery. Man, our people are adulterous. They love to commit adultery. They don't give no shit. You know, a nigger will think of every single excuse to commit adultery, even when you're talking to him and he knows that you're saying the truth. Our people are so wicked that they will think of any excuse to commit adultery. That's a big thing in Israel, man. And it can be adultery. There's both adultery with another man's woman and adultery with all these other false doctrines.
I got to back you up. The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 17. Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Yo, that's adultery, man. Which, that goes into, other things, but it goes to show you that people love to commit sin, man. Stolen waters is sweet, man. And bread, okay, what it says bread eaten in secret is pleasant, man. Yo, you're right, yo. So these niggas, they have pleasure in sleeping with another man's woman when that man doesn't know, man. Which is something that's stolen, okay, and done in secret, man. Okay? Because, that's what the woman does, man. She, or the man, would pretty much, they plot, okay, they make a plan on, when they get together, okay, and they do their own thing in secret, and that's pleasant to them, man. Okay? But, what does the first verse say? It says it's stolen, man. So that's not righteously yours.
It can't. That's the point, man. It's not righteously yours.
Yeah.
That also applies to you Edomites and the elites, the higher echelons of you Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You stole all of this. None of this is rightfully yours.
Come. Going back here, look of Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
So that's if he didn't tell you who he was talking about, it just did. Israel. Because who's God's people? Who's Yahweh Shai's people? Israel. So you read that passage one more time.
Khan. To turn aside the needy from judgment.
To turn aside the needy for judgment. That's why all these pastors that are in the churches and all these other fake Israelites out here are set up to tell you what you want to hear so you don't come near the truth. It's like to keep you at bay from the truth. That's why the real men of the Lord are the ones with the targets on their back, because they're the one actually doing something about about this wickedness. They're the ones who are actually damaging to Esau. So for all you other coons who neglect the truth and praise Esau, all he's doing is keeping you at bay. Because at the end of the day, when the dust is settled, Esau doesn't want nothing to do with you, Jakes, man.
Yeah.
Esau Esau literally wants nothing to do with you, Jakes, man. I was just watching the Apostles, and they were talking about Donald Trump, and they were saying that back in the day there was these 5 Jakes who got accused for raping a woman, right? And it came out that they were innocent. And Donald Trump, when they were accused, he had a whole page of a whole article about why they should get the death penalty, right? So okay, you know, they raped, blah blah blah. After it came out that they were completely innocent, that man never apologized. Never said, you know, my bad for putting such and so. That's how you know Esau loves to hate you. Like, they don't give two shits about you. But all you simple-minded Israelites do whatever it takes to get gratification and love from Esau. And then all it ever does is lead you into the ditch. You don't go nowhere. Esau might give you a nice house, but you're still paying Esau taxes. You're just a better slave. You're just a more favored slave than all the others.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Because Esau is ruling this world, right?
Yeah.
So he pretty much has the abundance and, you know, the fatness of the earth, right? So if you're doing what he needs you to do, guess what? He has no worries, man. But we out here are doing the opposite, man, because we're actually speaking the truth. So he has to worry about us, man.
Yeah, come on.
You know?
Yeah. We're rebels in this kingdom.
Exactly, you know. But the so-called, you know, these celebrities, you know, of our people, these Jakes, okay, that are pretty much hand in hand with the so-called white man and his agenda. Guess what? You know, just like the brother said, there's gonna be, there's gonna come to a time where it doesn't matter who the hell you are, LeBron James, you know, Floyd Money Mayweather. He's just gonna throw you out in the ditch, man. Okay?
What you've done for society.
Yeah.
What kind of icon you supposedly are.
Yeah, because he's systematically created to do that anyway.
Yeah, he created you to be there.
You know, the Lord made him that way, man.
Yeah.
You know, you can't turn him into an Israelite and
Yeah,
actually have, you know, feelings for you, man. Where, you know, he's actually, he shows cares for you.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
He, you know, regardless of what he does, the Lord put the spirit in that so-called white man, that Edomite, okay, to actually hate you, man.
That's right.
Regardless.
That's right.
You know, that's his genetic makeup. You can't change
That's why you guys will never, like, you can never change this battle between Jake and Esau, man. You so-called Negroes and the Edomites in America, all over the world, especially predominantly in America. You can't stop it. Okay, like the brother said, Esau's programmed to be your enemy. It's about to get into it. It's about to get into it. It's going to show you how the Most High uses Esau as a whipping stick, man.
And it says
Any other nations.
to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
That's right.
You know?
And that would be us, because at one time the Most High did away with us, man. And the only, technically, man, honestly, the only one that Israel's all his children, but at first is the elect.
Yeah.
So if you really want to get like blunt, at the end of the day, the other nations are not really the Most High's children right now. You know, the promises to them, or not the other nations, like the 2/3 of Israel. The promises is to them, but there's a reason why they need to get destroyed before the Most High can accept them in the new kingdom.
They have to be reborn physically.
Yeah, that gets spiritual.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they you know, the Lord's gonna push that restart button with them, man.
Yeah,
Okay, but the elect are the ones who are gonna, you know, pretty much have that first seat to pretty much receive the kingdom, man, because they deserve it, man. Okay, amongst, you know, millions and billions of wickedness, you get just a small portion that actually wants to become righteous and follow the path of the Habashim Shai, and not, you know, the so-called new path. Okay, but both, man. Okay, you know, Salakia, not both, but, you know, the one way that the Lord Yahabashim Shai created, man, which is from the beginning, because the Lord has not changed, man. Okay, and like, you know, when I say the so-called new path, I'm talking about what people perceive today as what the Lord is pretty much, you know, how to be followed, man.
Right.
Okay,
Like
because because, you know, the new way, it's pretty much white supremacy at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, it's like what it's a westernized Christianity, man.
Yeah.
This is the way you Christians nowadays, the westernized Christians, you guys serve the Most High, is the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. That comes from, like, the book itself condemns you by the way you serve the Most High, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And it says, and what will ye do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far?
That's right.
To whom will you flee for
Which is
help?
that, which is that destruction, man.
Yeah.
Visitation of the desolation. When the Most High, and shit's brewing, man. If you're not keeping up with the news, stuff is really brewing.
Yeah.
You know, it was Israel and not Iran, but Israel and some other place just had like a
Iraq.
mini. Is it Iraq?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Iraq. They had a little mini war.
Yeah.
It's still war.
Yeah.
And Trump just came back from a summit meeting with King, not King, but King Jong-un, whatever it is. Yeah, from the North Korea. Yeah, the Gook. Yeah. God. So stuff, you know, in the end of the day, things are brewing, man. It's just a matter of time.
Exactly. Because you got people who, you know, are also in this truth that, like, you know, they're just waiting, man. Okay, you know, like, you know, for something big to happen. So, that's not how it's gonna go down. Like, one day, yes, but you know, it has to be stirred up, man. Okay, and just on a regular basis, okay, little things are happening, little by little, and then all of a sudden, bam. Okay, all of these, you know, like little fights here and there, you know, created this major war, which is what we call World War III, man, according to the scriptures.
And it's only going to be sudden because the rest of the world or the masses weren't keeping up. They weren't keeping up with the times. Weren't keeping up with the prophecy.
Yeah.
Right. So when shit actually hits the fans and you know, this place starts getting destroyed, people are gonna be like, what the fuck? Where did this all come from?
Yeah.
While the men of the Lord been speaking about this for years.
Yeah.
Some like our apostles and elders, 30, 25 plus years. That's why it makes no sense for the Most High to be like, okay, fine. I guess you didn't know. Let me give you a second. Man, he had all his men, all his soldiers doing the work long before any of this was even like heavy like it is right now. So you had no way out. You had no excuse to say, fuck it, you know, I didn't know, or whatever it is.
Yeah, man. One way or another, okay, you came across this truth, man. That's why Scripture says, you know, that time there will be no cloak for your sins, man. As in, you can't say I never knew, man. Okay, like, you know, regardless, okay, of what happens, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is righteous, man. Okay, and the Lord will show you the truth, whether by the way of the internet or whether you just walk across us, or you know, if you saw us, you know, you know, the news, you know, whatever it is, you've came across this truth where you make the decision whether, okay, you were like, okay, you know what, I want to hear it, or like, you know, I'm like, yo, or you know, that individual just like, you know what, fuck these niggas, man.
You know? That's really what it is.
Yeah, you know, because the Lord is fair, man. And it says, and what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your glory?
Come on, because Esau ain't gonna help you. The government ain't gonna be here. By then, martial law has been broken out. It's just all chaotic. You can't look to your job to protect you. You can't look to your government to protect you, because in the end, even when you do, you're gonna get chipped. That's gonna be the price for protection. It's not even gonna be. You're not even gonna be protected. That's the funny thing, because once all hell breaks loose and there's martial law and no order, everybody's gonna be running around. Esau's gonna wait a little bit, let it marinate, and then when it's time to break out the chip, that's gonna be like the symbol of hope. You know, everybody's gonna be running to that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because
it's systematically made.
It literally.
Like it's planned.
Planned. Planned. And in the end of the day, when you run to that, it's not even going to protect you.
Yeah.
So you went through all that hell. You might have lost a brother or whatever it is through all the chaos, and now you get this so-called protection. Yahweh Shai comes back with his elect and his angels. You're done.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be the hope, but it's actually, you know, pretty much, you know, the line between death and life. You know, because if you take that chip, you're done, right?
You can't, and it's not like you can take it out. Oh, I'm getting out, bro. You already got it cut into you.
Exactly, right? Which is crazy, man. But that's how it's literally gonna be, man. Where, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're you know, pretty much in the desert by yourself, okay, you know, for a few days, no water, nothing, okay, and then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you see this lake where there's water, you know, and you run to it, okay. If you drink that water, you're gonna die, man. You know what I mean? But you know what? You're in need of that water, man. Otherwise, you're gonna die anyway. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
that's crazy.
Hence
man.
why, yo, I need to grab it. Yo, you just,
Yeah, that's
give me a couple seconds.
yo, the Lord will try you. That's what it means.
Even to the
Revelation.
place of death.
Yeah, Revelation 3 and 10, right? You know, the hour of temptation, man.
Come
Where, you know, you're gonna get to a point where you're like, yo, if I don't take that chip, my children are gonna die, I'm gonna die. Okay, but guess what? If you take that chip,
Yeah, you're gonna die anyway.
That's it,
The whole
bro.
thing. And it's actually even worse. It shows you how, because at least when you die for the truth without taking the chip, you wake up in the, how's it going? You wake up in a heaven, like you wake up in the kingdom,
Yeah.
right? In a nice place. Now you take that chip and die, yeah, you wake up in the kingdom, but you also have a shame on you. Okay, now you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You see the guys who would have told you the truth, and you're like, oh God, I can't look at them like I fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your nationality, man? If you don't mind me asking.
Canadian, actually.
Like your ethnicity, bloodline.
I prefer to be Canadian.
But what's your father like? Was your father Canadian? Or like, where does your history go back to?
I'd like to just be Canadian tonight, fellas.
No, like I'm talking about.
Yo, what's your bloodline? Where's your dad from? Just be serious. Like, this is just a serious question, honest question.
I don't believe that. So I'd like to say I'm Canadian,
Okay,
fellas.
so
Is that oh that's a lack of
No.
you know, is that
That's all
according
you're gonna get. How's that?
what's that?
why are you getting so defensive?
I'm not.
Is
I'm just telling you what I'd like to tell you.
that's fair.
Is that I don't think you understand me then.
No,
No, I
cool,
do.
cool.
Like,
So why did you say I'm getting defensive?
I got a question then,
I'm
okay?
trying to make my point.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Cool. I got a question. If you were to apply, okay, for so-called Canadian citizenship, and to answer that question, what would you say? Would you write down, I would like to be Canadian today? Or would you actually get back, you know, or would you
I'm
actually...
Canadian already.
No, but like, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm like,
So
you know...
I don't understand your question.
No, I'm just speaking, okay? If you, you know, were pretty much, you know, from a different land, okay? And, for example...
How about it's all the same land?
No. Okay, so for example...
This guy's not even listening, man.
Yeah,
you sound-
okay.
I heard you guys.
No. Okay, so for example, if you're applying for a job, you know, and they ask you, okay, where does your line go back to? What would you say?
What?
Yo, okay.
I'm Canadian.
Let me explain something to you right now.
I think I already know, but okay, I'll
Okay,
hear you.
hear me out anyways. You think you know, hear me out anyways. You live in Canada, right? You're Canadian. Now, logically, does it make sense to name your heritage, your bloodline off a land? Logically.
Yeah, I was born here.
Okay, so then if I run this land, my name's Akeem.
If you were born on a boat,
Yeah, kind of.
where would you be from?
Yeah.
Good. Well, technically, that would be illegal.
What do you mean by illegal? But like your
You're
logic
you're-
was because you were born
you're
here,
speaking for
that's where you're
government.
from. No.
Yes, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
If you're on a boat,
And you were born on a
there,
boat, where
you
would
know,
you be
You're
from?
free to
So-
be
so
from
you don't-
anywhere.
okay, so you don't
You're
believe-
free to be from anywhere.
So
Then.
you don't believe in a bloodline? You don't believe in bloodlines?
No, the concept, yes.
Okay, but the concept of bloodline is your heritage. That's where you come from. That's the people you come from. Right? Like back.
That does not matter for life today.
Might not to you, but the logic still stands. You are not
You're only using technology for that.
technology. What technology? It's
Like-
simple logic.
Logic. So why? I just don't see it wrong to be Canadian.
I'm not saying it's wrong to be Canadian. I'm saying when someone asks you what's your ethnicity,
I tell them that.
I know,
pretty
but
much.
saying
Yeah.
Canadian is actually wrong. And I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I understand that.
And
So
you
why do
said,
you say
you know, I like to be Canadian today. Like,
Because
that
there's
doesn't
no
make
such
sense.
thing as real Canadian. Then is that what? Right?
Technically, yeah, that's what we're saying. Because technically,
That's kind of disappointing, actually.
it might be, but it's the truth.
No, I'm telling
Nevertheless.
you, it is so.
Okay, but nevertheless, it's still the truth.
No,
Okay, how is it not?
well, because I'm a Canadian.
Okay, why are you Canadian?
I
You were
was
born here.
here.
Okay, again, I'm gonna say this one more time.
Okay, tell me you're from the water then. If you're not from, if you two fellas are not from the water, okay,
Uh-huh.
then I got a problem with you guys.
Why do you think we all come from the water? Yes? No?
You're trying to tell me you come from somewhere.
Well, yeah, no, I'm trying to, yeah, but I'm trying
Yes
to.
or no?
Yes, but not really. My point is.
You guys come from water.
No, no.
Yeah, listen to me. Listen, I'm gonna explain this one more time, okay?
No, you ain't gonna get me here, brothers.
Alright,
See, this is
bro.
what I mean. This is how I know you're being defensive, because you think we're trying to get at you. We're just trying to explain something to you, man.
Yeah.
You're being defensive, bro. You're acting like a woman.
It's alright, man. Nah.
Are you guys Canadians now?
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Anyways,
We're not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, man.
Good day, fellas. Is that how you want to end it?
Yeah, man.
what
Go
did we-
on, man.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. So defensive.
No, I'm Canadian. I'm proud to say so.
Alright.
Proud to say I'm a Canadian.
Alright, man. Cool,
In this
cool.
country, right?
Cool, man. Awesome. Great. Great.
It's free, right? I
Alright.
see you guys are free here.
It's not free. Trust me, it's not free.
You're free right there. Don't
No,
tell
I'm
me
not
you're
free.
not.
No, I'm not free. I still have to pay for rent. You know, if I run that red light, guess what? I'm getting a ticket.
Yeah.
You guys working for
It's not free.
government then.
It's not free. It's not free.
Damn right, we work for the government.
It's not free.
Nothing is free in life.
It's not free. Trust me,
Anyways.
it's not free.
We got a precept here.
You guys,
If I run that red light, I'm not gonna say I'm free. You know, don't give me a ticket or a so-called punishment. You know, that's what it should really be.
Yeah,
You know, a
yeah,
punishment.
yeah.
yes, it should be a punishment. We
Okay,
have a
so then
problem in
therefore
our
you're not
society.
free.
I will agree with you, gentlemen, on that one.
Okay, there you go
The
then.
punishment does not fit the crime anymore. Is that what, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I found it.
Okay,
Revelation 14 and 13.
Okay, it's on.
Yeah.
Revelation 14 and 13?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. The book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Con.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
Come on,
That's
man.
a beautiful scripture,
Because
bro.
you said that the chip is literally is the fine. The chip itself is the fine line between life and death. And even though if you take the chip, as brother was saying, you still die. But at least when you don't, because both ways, you still have a chance of dying both ways. If you don't take the chip or you do take the chip. Because some of us will be beamed up without death and some of us won't. We don't know who, but we know that some of us will taste of death doing this work. So in the end of the day, dying is not the problem. Because you're gonna die either way, because this is a whole big reset button.
Yeah.
Dying is not the problem. Dying is just transition to the next life. Or the next life. The problem is what you do before you die.
Yeah.
Because then judgment is gonna be placed on you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So for when the scriptures say that the works do follow them, well, of course they did good on this side, so they're gonna be living good on the next side.
Yeah, you know,
It's
and
that simple.
kind, you know, and then also, you know, the apostles that the Lord Jehovah Shemashah raised up, you know, like, like, you know, our elders, you know, like, you know, Alba Bivens, you know,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, you know, and so on and on.
Right.
The works that they did, guess what? Their works is following them through who? The apostles. You know, the apostles are pushing that doctrine,
Yeah,
man.
come.
Okay,
Come.
that's the work, you know,
And
that's
even
following them, man.
and even like
Yeah.
evolving it, right? 'Cause
Come.
they brown, yeah, right.
Exactly, it's expanding, man.
God,
You know, which is a beautiful thing.
that's right.
You know, I got a scripture, you know, about them, you know, pretty much dying. You know, the scripture that said right here, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works to follow them. Isaiah 57 verse 1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth to heart. A merciful man, Slack it.
No, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
lay it to heart, which means lay it to, like, they don't
Yeah.
consider why a man
Yeah.
like, that's supposedly righteous is dying.
Yeah, exactly. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
Man, we're merciful, man. We're merciful because the Most High is merciful to us.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
And we're showing mercy by coming out here
That's
and
the
actually,
point.
you know, and actually warning you.
Yeah, more like we out here actually trying to tell you, listen, you don't want to listen? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because, and it's funny because, like, that's how you know, like this is powerful, man. Because
Yeah.
the presence alone, standing on the other side, makes you feel like you're being attacked.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because you are
Yeah.
being attacked,
You
but it's for your own
wake
good.
up. Yo,
Yeah.
honestly, it's the same thing. Whenever someone's sleeping, like physically, right? Like you're in bed, you're sleeping, and someone comes and shakes you. You're like, yo, man,
Yeah,
know,
let me
you're
sleep,
like,
man, yeah.
yo, I'll get out of here, And then, for, like, and sometimes, people say, I'm a, they say like, they use words like, I'm a turn on the lights.
Yeah, turn
Which,
off the light.
right, you know what I mean? Which, the light represents the
That's
truth,
true.
man. And guess what, you have men who are actually trying to wake you up, from your sleep, and you're just like, man, you know what I mean?
You want to sleep forever.
Yeah, man.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
And the only reason why you feel emotional when men or brothers are talking to you from the other side is because guess what? We're all wicked. No matter what, we're all wicked. It just depends who's more wicked. That's all it is. It's about portion. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're way more wicked, you're gonna feel it way more than we will.
Yeah, exactly. Because honestly, man, like I like how you said that because there's some people who actually say that sin is sin.
Yeah.
No, man. There's some
There's degrees
sins
to
that
it.
are greater than
Yeah.
others. For example, okay, if you commit adultery, okay, according to the Bible, you are to be put to death.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you eat pork, for example, or
Yeah.
or
the clothes, the fabric.
or like if you steal, guess
Yeah,
the punishment for that is for you to get your hand chopped off.
Con,
But
yeah, but you still living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not put to death.
Yeah.
So not all sin is sin, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And
Exactly.
and the scripture says that there's some sins that are greater than others.
Yeah, con.
In the New Testament, man.
Yeah, sin's not sin.
Yeah. Exactly. So just go back to what the brother said. Okay,
Very true.
we all sin. Okay, but it depends on who's sinning for.
That's really what it is, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And then at the end of the day, okay, is who actually comes and asks the Lord Yahweh Shai for forgiveness, man. Okay, not Jesus Christ. Okay, Yahweh Shai, man. You actually turn away from your wickedness, man. When you actually come to the knowledge, man. Okay, that's you asking for forgiveness.
Repent.
Yeah.
Turn back. Turn
Repent or
away.
die, man.
I got a quick precept to ask you what you were saying. Good here.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, Con. This is Isaiah chapter 66, and I'll start from 2, just to get to the point. It says, "For all those things hath my hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord Yahweh. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor." And what? What do we lack? Poor means to be without.
Yeah.
We're without full righteousness, man. We don't have the tools to be we can't be perfect in this kingdom.
Yeah.
So we're poor of righteousness.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And then it says, the light. It says, poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word. And that's the point, man. Because, like I was saying earlier, we're all wicked. It just depends on who's more wicked. Oh, yo, sweet.
Yeah,
Okay, calm. Yeah, let me read that one more time then. It says, "For all those things hath my hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah.
But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word."
He's, that individual is weak in the spirit, but they fear Yahweh Shai, man. Because at the end of the day, man, it all goes back to if you fear the Lord or you don't, man. Okay? Because when you get to a point, where you don't fear the Lord, then that's when you start making things okay, that you initially first, did not do, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
right? Honestly, man, because fearing the Lord is pretty much the key, man. Okay, because when you fear the Lord, you're gonna try to keep His ways, and the commandments, and the orders, regardless, man. As soon as you start fearing Yahweh Shai, Satan will creep in, and then you're gonna start, doing the things that you never did when you first came to the truth, and the things that you saw that were not okay, man.
Ooh, yo,
No?
let me get this for you, right?
Yeah.
What you're saying is right on point. So, continuing from Isaiah 66. Yeah, actually,
Oh, Salat, yeah, I guess I thought it was Salat.
Yeah, what you're saying is right on point here. So Isaiah 66, verse 4, verse 3. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrifices a lamb as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offereth an oblation is as if he offered swine's blood. He that burneth incense is as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations.
Damn.
Well, it goes on.
Damn.
Listen to what he says here. So Isaiah 66 verse 4, I will also choose their delusions.
Damn.
And I will bring their fears upon them. Oh my God. Yo, that's crazy, man. Because you know what's actually, like, I'm getting goosebumps. You know what's fucked though? The Most High knows everybody's deepest fear.
Yeah.
Everybody's deepest fear. And the crazy thing is, man, I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I gotta check myself in the spirit too, man. Real shit.
Yeah.
That's some real shit. But the thing that's crazy is, that's crazy. That's heavy, man, because it's true. The Most High knows everybody's deepest of fears.
Yeah.
So when all hell's breaking loose, guess what? Everybody that's in, like, we have it's like a whole big planet of situations going on. Everybody has their own little world, because one guy is facing his fear of getting eaten alive, while the other guy is facing his fear of being tortured.
Yeah.
But the Most High will make sure every man faces his deepest, darkest fears. Absolutely. He just said, I will choose their delusion.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to choose what you go crazy about, what you're going to go madness about. I totally did by accident. So it goes on to say, which is, that's why fearing the Most High is important.
Yeah.
It all goes back to fearing the Most High. That's why the pastor before said, I will turn to him that has a contrite spirit and trembles at my word.
Yeah. Exactly. Though he's weak in the spirit, he still trembles at the word of the Lord. It's not like, he's like, yo, I'm weak, that's it, I give up, I'm done. You know what I mean? He's still, pretty much,
the fear keeps him from
Exactly. That fear still, keeps him taking, those steps forward, man.
You can't tell me fear is not powerful, man. Of the right thing, fear is powerful.
Yeah.
Now it says, I will also choose, so I will also choose the delusions, and I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer.
Yeah.
When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes. Man, the Lord has angels watching, and He also has us watching, and on top of that, He's watching.
Yeah.
So you really, like we said earlier, there's no way out. You can't say that, I didn't know or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Now it says, even in my eyes, and choose that which I delight not. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye that tremble at His word.
Yeah.
Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord Yahweh be glorified, but He shall appear in your joy, and they shall be ashamed. We said earlier that it's not about dying, it's about what you do before you die.
Yeah.
Hence your shame face, hence the shame face of the 2/3 in the kingdom.
That's right, it's very important on how you go out, man.
Yeah.
Okay, because even, man, the scriptures, talk about, I forget exactly who it was, but there was a man, who did not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Shai, okay, and a woman, put him to death, like in a battle, where, like I believe, it's either in Kings or the Book of Samuel, right? Where, Robert Kirk, but I forget who it was, pretty much, he didn't hearken to the voice of Lord Shai, and the Lord prophesied on how he was going to die, okay, and pretty much, a woman, killed him,
Yeah.
but because,
Came and snuck into his room,
yeah,
right?
kind
And, yeah.
right, but because, of how you go out, he didn't want people to know that a woman killed him. So guess what? He told, I believe it was his servant, to like, I'm gonna kill him.
Right. Let me fall on your sword.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
remember
right?
that. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's important. It's very important on how you go out, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying now.
God, exactly.
That's a great point. It is
Yeah.
important how you go out.
It makes sense, man. It makes sense. There's some people, who have a lot of pride, okay, and regardless, okay, of what happens, okay, they would rather take themselves out, man, because,
Yeah.
of what they have to deal with if they didn't go up, man.
Look at not Jonah, but Yahweh's brother.
Yeah, exactly.
He took himself once he figured out, like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it on that. If you had anything else. That's right, man. Because it said earlier that they that have your brethren that had put you had cast you out for my name's sake.
Yeah.
They're all because it's true because everything we do is in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah.
So when we go out here and speak, and our family members saw us going out here and speak, and our friends, so-called friends, they're like, man, like they cast us out. They stopped calling us. They stopped asking us how you were doing.
Yeah.
They stopped talking to you.
Yeah.
And that's because their spirit's not with what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. And even if they don't say anything to your face, you best believe that, they're
Meditating.
talking,
Oh, yeah.
about you to other people. Yo, the whole city of Regina knows what we're doing, man.
Absolutely. You can't hide this.
Yeah.
No matter how much you try, you can't.
Which is again, the Lord is beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. Like how they knew about it is pretty much, through, the media or whatever. But it
Word
was,
of mouth?
yeah, right.
Like them
yeah.
talking to each other.
Yeah,
and spreading.
And it wasn't, a way where, those guys, are doing the right thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was a way where it was negative, right?
Yeah.
But that's also how the Lord, is pretty much showing, okay, or telling the masses about us, man.
Yeah,
Because you know what, there's gonna come to a time, Lord willing, if we are a part of the elect, guess what? People know exactly why we're getting beamed up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing, man, because it's not like,
all up.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like, some know, and some don't know. It's like, everybody knows and they know the things that we're speaking of. It's, even, so like, even if they don't know exactly what we're talking about,
word for word, and
right,
all that.
right, what they heard is that it was negative and then it's against their belief, so guess what, they automatically hate on us, but then when Lord willing, like I said, if we're part of, like, and we get beamed up, they know that it was, what we're saying, and the work of the Lord, that we were doing, man.
Man, you know what's crazy too? Just to like, Esau's wicked. I can imagine people seeing us getting beamed up. Lord willing, we're of the elect.
Yeah.
Seeing people seeing us getting beamed up, and then like Esau kind of, Esau murmuring among each other, and two Philippians say, "See, look, they're getting taken by aliens. They're done. We're safe here."
Yeah.
Because also not everybody knows what the fuck's going on with UFOs.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows that. That like when we get beamed up, that hey, that's a good thing. Like, a lot of them will be like, okay, I think, honestly, it's just, it's just meditating. I believe that some of them would probably think that, hey man, look, we're safe down here with the chip and the government and everything, and these guys, because the way Esau's gonna portray it, Esau's gonna be warring against try to war against UFOs. So if the government. If you see your government trying to war against a UFO, you're automatically going to think it's the enemy.
Yeah, exactly, and even, if they think that they're safe, there's going to come to a time where they're going to be like, oh shit, man, them actually getting beaten up was actually a good thing because, they're actually safe out there, maybe, you know what I mean? Because of the chaos that's going to happen, you know what I mean? They're automatically going to be like, there's no way out of this, man.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean, but up there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You know, where we meet the Lord in the air. You know?
Did you have a precept here?
No, yeah, that was one.
Okay, I got a precept here. This is John 16:1. It says, "These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. That ye should not be offended. They that put you out of the synagogue say, the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that this is exactly what the
Yes,
spirit, man.
beautiful. I like that. Yeah.
Whosoever killeth you, will think that he doeth good God's service.
Yeah.
And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me."
There you go. They don't know, but
Yeah,
they think
come.
that this is righteous.
Yeah, kind.
No?
It says, "But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them."
Yeah.
That's why, like, a memory is important, man.
Yeah.
Recalling on your memory is important, because if all you're doing is studying the scriptures, your memory is gonna, and you know, watching the apostles and observing outside of your house spiritually what's going on.
Yeah.
When you recall in your memory, your spirit's gonna serve you well. You know, so it's a good thing. It's beautiful that we're, you know, I don't like to say quote unquote, but we're going through the hell spiritually right now, and no one even knows what's going on in our spiritual life. You know, no one knows the temptation that we deal with, or whatever it may be, or the sacrifices given, or sacrifices made to just, you know, to do the work of the Lord.
Yeah.
But it's fine, because we're not doing it for them. We're doing it all for the Most High. The Most High's opinion is all that matters. But it's almost like the Most High's showing that's the Most High showing us mercy. Get ready, build yourself up before I destroy this whole place.
Yeah.
And He's only choosing His men to do that. He doesn't say that to every single body.
Kind. You know, and the beautiful thing about the Lord, man, is that the Lord does everything in a way where we understand, man. Okay, because the Lord is way out there, man. If He just wanted quickly, He could just,
Way
you know,
out there, yeah.
you know, you know what I mean?
Thanos.
Come on, man. You know, like if the Lord just wanted everything to be just, you know, like as in the, you know what I mean? The Lord does everything, you know, by time. Whereas, like, for example, you know, like when you like, if the Lord wanted you to understand His truth, like 100%, like for example, like, you know, when you first heard it, He has the power to do that. But guess what? He wants you to go through that experience to actually understand it slowly, man. You know, to actually, you know, understand, you know, the things that He says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a way where you can only get it through experience, man.
Yeah, kind.
Which is like, you know, pretty much you learning it's the right way and not just quick, man.
Yeah, kind.
You know?
Because if you do anything too fast, you'll have a case of relapse.
Yeah.
You will. Like, it's just even like working out. I talk to so much people who just want to get fit for 6 weeks or 6 months, even weeks, and think or 3 months and weeks, and think it's just like your body's gonna say that forever.
Yeah.
You need to do it constantly, so that your body knows that, okay, this is my natural disposition.
Yeah.
I'm staying here.
You literally have to teach yourself.
Literally, you'll see guys going to the gym, work out, get this body, and then 3 months later they're fat again. It's gonna relapse.
Exactly.
They need to take the time to build the blocks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like you literally have to teach your body that, you know, this is what you must do in order to, you know, sustain, you know, this type of outlook.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, for example, it's kind of like work, man. Okay, if you're used to waking up at 12, you know, and going to work at 1 or whatever, right? Your body actually has an alarm. You know, I forget exactly.
Internal alarm.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, I forget the actual term, but your body actually, you know, for example, it knows when you're supposed to wake up, when you're supposed to eat, you know, when you get hungry and so on. For example, you know, like if you travel to China, you know, they say you have a jet lag, right? Because, you know, like your body, you know, is pretty much, you know, on the other side of the world, it was used to you pretty much sleeping at this time, you know. But, you know, like, you know, if you go to, you know, China where it's morning, but you left here at night, that's why you have a jet lag.
It's
You know what I
crazy that your
mean?
body's aware of the
Right. Like your body actually has a clock to it where now now that you're on the other side of the world, you have to teach yourself again. That at this time, this is when I go to bed, and then after a while, you get comfortable with it. It's the same thing with work. If if you're used to waking up at 12 every day, for a year, okay, and then you get a new position where you gotta wake up at 7, you best believe you're gonna have a hard time.
The first couple months.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe like 3-4 months later, that's when
That's when
you're
Esau
catching
says
rhythm.
3 months
Yeah,
probation.
exactly. You're catching rhythm. Okay, and then now your body is like set, for that time, man. That's how the Lord, created everything, man. Everything, has a purpose and a reason behind it, and how it works. It's all done from Yahweh Shema Shai,
One
man.
big system, man. Just like a movie.
Yeah.
And no one in the movie is not doing their job.
Yeah.
Or else they wouldn't be in the movie.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah. And even if you're not doing your job, that's your job.
Yeah, so that's crazy. There's no holes, man. There's no holes. That's crazy.
Yeah, God.
You have a precept?
No, I don't have
Okay,
it.
come on, I got another one.
Yeah.
John chapter 16. Yeah, John 16 and 20. And it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly why we are so different from everybody out here.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, complete opposite.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about their happy life, their jobs, their houses, family, all that shit. And we're out here like, you're not, we're a party people. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
No, don't kill my vibe and all that shit.
Yeah.
And that's why we're hating. We're bursting all you guys' bubbles.
Yeah. We're telling you that there's a hole in your plan.
You can't,
Because of how the system is set up.
That's right. And it says, world to rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. A woman, when she is in travail, has sorrow, because her hour is come. Dude, that's crazy, man. Because everybody's happy until the day of their own judgment.
Yeah.
The day of their hour.
Yeah, very true.
And it says, but as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembers no more the anguish or the joy that a man is born.
Yeah, a man. Yeah.
It doesn't even say a child, it says a man.
Yeah, exactly.
A man is born into the world.
Yeah, because the joy pretty much overwhelmed and overtook that sorrowful time that she went through, man. The joy was much more greater than what she had to go through. That's why she doesn't remember it, man.
Man,
Which is why the scripture talks about how
I was just gonna get the precept, the dream.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
just gonna get that.
About Esau, it's pretty much it's gonna be like a dream that flies away. Because of the kingdom, bro, we're not even gonna remember you. Like, what the this. But it's gonna be like as if you dreamt about it. Because of how much greater the kingdom is, you're not gonna have time to think about all the hell that the white man put you through, man.
Yeah. You're not gonna want to think about it. You want to go to.
Exactly.
So it says, and ye now therefore have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man taketh from you.
It's that crown, man. That's gonna be ours for forever and ever and ever.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
So with that, we're gonna close up and we're gonna say
Allah Yahweh wa
Yahushua,
Yeah.
and double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth, and death and destruction to his own kingdom, the two things of Israel.
Shalom.